Welcome guys to the DGL breakthrough playoffs between Newbie and S17 Cykas. I'm Snare from EA Gaming and I'm joined by SAT. How you doing, man?
I'm all good, man. Hopefully we have an explosive game in our midst.
Yeah, man, I want to see that hype Dora.
Yeah, man.
And you know what makes hype Dora? Doom being banned first. When Doom is banned, everyone's happy.
I want to, for once in the breakthrough playoffs, I kind of want to see a Doom. I think I've only seen a Doom maybe once or twice.
Dire team ban.
I don't need Doom, but and like in Doom and like in those two heroes, I don't really want to. It doesn't make me happy to see those heroes in an actual game. I mean, it's fine on paper, but actually seeing it just like shrivel up and die a little bit inside.
Fair enough.
What's interesting though is that so far all of the okay, like in every game, Lycan's gonna be banned, right? You don't even count him as a hero anymore.
Yeah.
But 3 of the tier 1 heroes have already been banned out. So the last 2 tier 1 heroes I would say right now, or 3 tier 1 heroes would be Rasta, Tidehunter, and the Shadow Tidehunter. Not necessarily. I was gonna say Skywrath Mage. So
Skywrath, yeah. Skywrath is actually, I'd say it goes up in priority over the Razor.
So all those heroes are left in the pool, but S17, they like, screw you guys, screw your meta game, we're going first pick Wraith King.
Hey man,
they
have a plan, I guess.
They must have a plan, yeah. But Newbie, they pick up the Shadow Shaman, which is one of the tier 1 heroes, and Mirana as well. Also, Mirana, Wraith King, not heroes that you often see being picked up this early into the game. I mean, sure, you could say that it's good because it still gives your draft a lot of versatility. Yeah. That you're not really revealing much yet, but. So okay, so far, just from see what you think. Do you think it's a support or a core Wraith King?
Picking it first, okay. So just seeing the tree and protect. I don't think this is a support. I wouldn't say this is a support Wraith King. Yeah,
it'll probably gonna be a core.
Yeah, it should be a core because I think it would be a mistake to put him on support when his support partner would be the tree and protector.
Yeah, that would definitely be a mistake. But it's very strange as well. Tree and Protector is also not a hero that you normally see being picked up in the first phase. So another kind of weird-ish pick from CS17.
I haven't seen Tree and Protector in a long time, to be honest.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. And I don't think it's necessary to pick up this early because I've never seen Newbie actually ban Tree and Protector. I think they only banned it like once, but they banned it like the 3rd phase banning. Yeah. So
reserve time.
They could have gotten it a lot later into the draft, but nevertheless, they pick it up now, and then they ban the Death Prophet, so they're like, Shadow Shaman, no, we're not gonna let that push happen.
You know, Weaver might be banned out coming out from Newbie.
I think you actually kind of have to ban Weaver if there's a Tree and Protector being picked up this early.
Yeah, because it kind of opens up another can of worms if Weaver and Tree are in the same game.
Yeah, of all the actual offlane heroes at this point in the game, Weaver is probably the strongest when matched up with the Tree Protector because of that. The extra heal from across the maps allows Weaver to be a lot more aggressive, and a Weaver who's not afraid of dying is surprisingly difficult to actually control and can actually get some kills by himself. So yeah, I think they have to.
Yeah, man, and Weaver is inherently a scary hero.
Yeah, inherently, just not a hero that you want to be playing against. It's interesting that Newbie are the ones that banned the Pugna. I mean, the Skywrath Mage, I can see why they banned that, but them banning the Pugna is very strange. I think it would have slotted very nicely into their own lineup. But S17, they banned Death Prophet, they banned Reza, so they're like, hell no, that's not happening.
I don't think Newbie's going for an all-out push to be, and I mean the Tidehunter pickup kind of solidifies that idea. I think they're trying to fight. I think they're trying to balance their lineup because they have, with the Shadow Shaman, they have access to push. With the Mirana, they have access to pick-offs, and with the Tidehunter, team fight. So I think they're trying to balance out their draft.
Yeah, so far actually is a lot of balance in the draft. I think I'd like it more if they kind of dedicated a bit more to what they want to do, because S17 is clear that they're probably gonna be wanting to. You don't pick up a Tree and Protector to like side lane push. You pick it to fight and to secure farm for your cause, right? Yeah. So they want to farm, they want to get the items, and then they want to start fighting properly, right? Yeah. So I think it would be better for S17 if they prioritize team fight more and earlier, so that they can get and go up to S17 and destroy them before they truly get online. Yeah. Question, right? Do you think S17 are gonna have to resort to an aggressive trial lane? Because the defensive tri-lane, there's right now almost 0 kill potential up against the Tyrant. A Tyrant will never, ever, ever, ever die to a Wraith King or a Treant Protector.
Okay, that's risky
team
though.
pick.
And now with the Lich pickup, going for an aggressive tri-lane, I mean, if Mirana's the support in this game, you have to contend with Shackles, Hex, and Arrow, and that's not something you want to deal with as a Treant Protector with the Lich. I mean, you've got Frost Armor, fine, you've got the Living Armor as well, but there's really no kill potential
Radiant
coming out from your
pick.
side.
Yeah, I think actually with the Lich, they might even choose to dual lane this. They could actually, there's more things in the pool. There's still a job, so they could dual lane it and put the Lich mid to help out and control the lane. That Lich track being picked up by Newbie though, if you look at their drafts, like normally you'd say they push. Yeah, Morana was farming, but normally you'd say okay, this is a pushing lineup. But Leshrac and Shadow Shaman are one of the few pushing heroes who double up as amazing fighters as well.
Yeah.
So
they've got, for example, the Lesh has great disables. He's got a lot of damage potential. The Shadow Shaman as a pusher, fine. He's got his Serpent Wards, but those Serpent Wards are great for damage. They're great. We've got the disables, the Hex, and the Shackle.
Yeah, so I think their plan A is let's team fight, and then plan B after team fight, so we can push quickly. Yeah, the Weaver. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Newbie, they must have seen this coming.
I'm surprised they didn't ban it. I'm surprised they prioritized the Pugna ban over a Weaver ban. I can understand the Skyreth ban.
Reserve time.
Yeah, banning the Skyreth mage makes sense, but the Pugna ban, I don't think that S17 are in a position anyway to ever pick up a Pugna for themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't really see why they banned that out instead of the Weaver, because now they have the Weaver. So I mean, Mirana, Rasta, Leshrac, right? If that's their tri lane, they have good kill potential, and if they get some Serpent Wards, some Sentry Wards down, you'd normally say, okay, they're just gonna crush the Weaver. But he doesn't have to burn through as many consumables because he's just like, hey, tree, some armor, bro, and yeah. So I'm not sure about not banning that, but hey, now they have it, so S17 are gonna make full use of that combo.
And you have to think about when Lich and Tree are together, in the team fights, they've got a decent amount of utility for the Weaver. I mean, Frost Armor and Living Armor. That's gonna make for one hard to kill Weaver.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, it's gonna be almost impossible to actually kill Weaver. Even actually, what's gonna be even more difficult. How do they intend to kill the Wraith King? Because if he has Living Armor, Frost Armor, and Lifesteal, like, what do you do at this point in time? Like, how?
Remaining.
Okay. So I don't know how they're gonna choose to do this.
And speaking of Vampiric Aura,
5
that's
seconds
actually
remaining.
That's actually great for the Treant Protector as well, because now he's a little bit more survivable considering
time.
how the team fights will play out.
Yeah. So it's gonna be really difficult for them to actually get some kills. Another thing, also, once the Wraith King hits 6, right?
Yeah.
Who do you go on in the fight? Because you jump in, you're like, okay, if we kill Wraith King, he just comes back to life and he'll like slow us up everything, right? So you can't prioritize him. And you can't prioritize the Weaver because of Living Armor and Frost Armor. And you can't prioritize the supports because Wraith King and Weaver are still dealing damage. So what do you do?
I think the big thing that they might have to try to do is win team fights in seconds, in like as fast as they can, because if the Tree and Lich are up, killing them might not be, I think take out the Lich as soon as possible, or the Tree and Protector, because you get away the Overgrowth, Living Armor, you get away the
10 seconds
Chain Frost,
remaining.
because that's going to be another problem they're going to be dealing with.
5 seconds
Because the
remaining.
thing is,
it's going to be very difficult.
It's going to be difficult in terms of funneling the aggression.
Reserve time.
into the correct avenues.
Yeah.
What's interesting to note though, actually, S17, they ban out the Morphling. Traditionally, Morphling Lich is one of the better dual lane mid things, combinations. So it's strange that they themselves banned it. Actually, I think Morphling also would have been excellent in their draft right now.
Morphling would have been amazing. And with the Morphling pickup, they would have had a very strong tri-core lineup.
Yeah. So why do you think they what do you think they go for now? If they ban them off themselves, what do you think their option is for the solo mid hero? Do they maybe think about going Templar Assassin? Because that's old school, but people still do it every now and then.
Not anymore. Wait, what? Wait.
I do not like this pick at all.
Okay, I don't understand the sniper pick at all. I think Newbie's gonna punish that lineup. The sniper specifically. The sniper maybe. I mean, yes, the sniper is good in a sense that he can deal massive amounts of damage and be in the back lines. And I guess what they're thinking is that they have a Weaver who's gonna be getting in your face. So the idea is the sniper may not actually be in the thick of it, but still deal massive amounts of damage. But the problem is he's not gonna get into the mid game because he has to deal with. He's gonna be going up against the Viper most likely.
Yes, and he's going to lose that lane as guaranteed. What I don't like about the sniper though, the main problem they're gonna have is that because he lacks a natural escape mechanism, and he's fairly easy to gank. If they catch him, I mean, what can they do to disengage? Not much you can do. Sure, you can have living armor from the crossfire to protect him, but he's very squishy, and he can't even harass out the Viper because the Viper's gonna have corrosive skin. And he needs to be able to keep moving. So I'm not sure how they're gonna make this work.
Honestly, it's a terrible pick in my opinion. But once again, in the great words of fucking Matt, man, a draft never loses until it's played.
Until it's played, yeah. So
let's see.
Hey, and we have seen snipers win before. So
yes, we've seen snipers win before, and it appears. Let's see, what is their plan for this?
He's trying just joking out. Alright, let's just run to the draft quickly. On the side of Newb, you have Faint playing on that Marana, probably going to be carrying on that. 225 playing the support Shadow Shaman, S Power on the Leshrac, and then we have ROC playing that offlane Tidehunter, Pro most likely, and then Chidowi on that solo mid Viper.
And over on S17 Cykas on the Radiant, we've got Sporto playing up the Wraith King. We've got Lich playing up. We've got Sweet Betty on the Lich. We've got Boinks on the Tree and
the battle begins.
Solo mid on the Sniper. We've got Dash, and on the offlane we've got East Ryan playing up the offlane Weaver.
Looks like he's actually going to be trying to rush that Ring of a Killer. One thing that we didn't take note about in this game, like we said, they're running dual lanes, but the Lich is actually gone. They're not running two lanes, they're running tri lane right now, right?
Yeah.
So this lane against the Tidehunter there's pretty much zero kill potential, really. So ROC, I don't think he played a lot more aggressive, but I have Tree actually behind him. Oh, points at DD. What did he level up first? DD and living armor, so there's no leech seeds is really zone. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, see. Tree and Protect, the highest base damage in the game at level 1 with the DD. That's okay.
That should hurt. Hurt.
Wow, that was a lot of damage. I mean, he lost half his. ROC lost half his with two attacks. Jeez, that's okay. I'm just gonna try to farm this up. I hope that Sporto doesn't decide to go Hand of Midas because they need to fight early against Newbie.
Very early. You don't want to have to deal with Viper, Tidehunter, and a Marana.
Yeah, you need to make sure that you shut them down hard, shut them down fast, and make sure that they don't get anything. Don't get enough levels, don't get the farm that they need. Because once Tidehunter hits 6, because Newbie right now has some of these scarier level 6 heroes, right? Yeah. Once Tide hits 6, the game becomes very difficult to play against. Once Fate gets 6 on the Marana, it's also very difficult to play against that. You never know when a gang's gonna come. Once 225 gets 6, your towers are gone. Once S Power gets 6, your towers are gone. And once Viper gets 6, your heroes are dying. So Cykas have a lot of work to put in right now to ensure that they can actually survive into the mid game.
Yeah, it's like I mentioned early going into their draft. They have so many. Their draft is capable of doing so many things. They have access to push. They have access to team fights. They have access to pick-offs. So it's going to be scary going into the early stages of the mid game, seeing what they can do.
And interestingly, as you would expect, Viper is winning his lane, but. And it's by a large margin. Right now, Dash is really struggling here. And wait, Chidowi actually, he went for the Nether Toxin, Corrosive Skin build instead of going the Poison Sack. What do you think about that? I think actually would have gotten a lot more harass potential had he gone the Poison Attack build.
I think he's trying to make sure that Dash doesn't try and go and harass him, since the biggest thing. Ooh, looks like we've got a gang coming.
Snare.
They come on and actually Shackles, couple of Poison Attacks, he's a dead man. Living on to try to protect him, but the Splitter stuns him up, he's going away. First blood going the way of 225.
And that's why it's not very common to see a sniper being picked up in the scene.
Yeah, it's strange that they picked up the sniper after the Viper pick. That's really strange. It's like, okay, we have Viper and then we're gonna pick sniper, so that's really weird. But
and then
in any event,
put him mid. Okay, my question now. Do you think they should have switched up the lanes after seeing that? Because there was no other hero who's gonna go mid in terms of what Newb had. They were obviously gonna send the Viper mid.
Yeah, I still think the Morphling pick would have been amazing for them.
Yeah, no, the Morphling pick would have been amazing.
But besides the sniper doing whatever, right? Sportos has got himself a lot of farm here. He's farming up very well, sitting on top of the last hit boards. And at the back, you just see Boinks is just stacking some ancients or stacking some creeps, so that later on in the game, Sporting can go farm them up and get even more deadly as this game progresses forward. If you look at the levels, ROC he's level 3 on these offlane tyrants, and then Beast Giant only level 2, so he's being zoned out a lot.
Yeah.
Game is most certainly difficult
Yep.
for this dear gentleman here.
Which is interesting.
One thing I do want.
It's interesting considering that Weaver is one of the more survivable offlaners, considering how aggressive he can get with the Shikushi.
Actually, I think it's more surprising because of the fact that there's a Triad Protector in this game that he's not being a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But speaking of Triad, he's moving in mid, so Chidoe he's going to be finding some trouble. Lishi is actually available right now for Boinks.
I don't think.
And Chidoe, they didn't have a ward down bottom, so they didn't see him pick up the Invis rune.
I don't think it's.
He's sitting behind you. Yeah, they don't have enough damage. Okay, a couple of right clicks going the way of Chidoe. Okay, at least he's going out. And then a couple of right clicks are going to be able to bring him down. Like you said, not enough. Actually, Viper Strike going the way back the way of Boinks. So you can actually take a lot of damage. A couple of poison attacks now, so dash transport to try to keep his body alive.
Yep,
so yeah, that gank amounted to nothing. And on the bottom, actually, the ROC, they're jumping on him. They want to try to dive him. Wraith Fire Blast and Frost Nova. So much damage being done to ROC. Actually, almost nearly killed Sweet Baby Jesus. Sweet Betty, sorry. Couple right clicks, they bring him down. If he had leveled up Gush, I think he would have gotten a kill, a return kill onto Sweet Betty.
Most likely.
But that just highlights how difficult it actually is to kill a Tide Hunter.
Yeah.
It is atrociously difficult to kill that hero.
See, here's the thing. I don't know what the plan is trying to with a sniper and a tree and protector. I don't understand what the plan is trying to gank with tree and protector and a sniper. I don't.
I think that Sweet Betty should have rotated as well. Had there been 3 heroes, then maybe.
Yeah, see,
not a guarantee, but it's possible.
And the thing is, his tree and protectors, Boinks's built on the tree and protector. It doesn't lend well to him being the solo roaming support. I mean, he's got 1 point into the leech seed and 2 into the living armor. So that's not a ganking tree and protector.
Yeah, so it's not really going to be as effective as they'd like.
Yeah.
If they had a more aggressive support, like if they had a Vengeful Spirit or if they had the Shadow Shaman, that might have been a higher percentage kill, but they didn't have that. So it's not going to be possible to do for them. Level 4 ROC actually. He's actually being out-leveled by Sporto. So Sporto playing this very well. I think it actually comes down, it's more onto Sweet Betty because he's just constantly zoning out ROC, making sure he gets nothing out of this game.
Yeah, you have to remember, sacrifice, man.
Assassinate onto Chidoe, it did nothing.
You also have to account for the sacrifice.
Oh yeah, sacrifice as well, putting in that work. Level 2 sacrifice, so he's not ever gonna be done. DD rune for Chidoe, you might actually see them. He's gonna try to rotate here, get a kill. There's no ward here for coming out from S17, but no, Chidoe is actually back off. Might want to try to get a kill onto Dash mid. Dash he has boots, but doesn't have his face boots yet, so won't be able to get himself out of this very
Rock's
easily.
about to die.
Rock taking a lot of damage actually, but he's diving on the tower. Leash as well coming out from Boinks. With Wraith Fire Blast going out the spot, but they actually leave him. Is he gonna burn? Yeah, okay, burns out and dies. Hashtag calculated. And we actually have a double man smoke being popped up by 225 and S-Power, so they're going in mid. And Dash, if he's out of position in any way, shape, size, or form, he's a bit too far forward. Oh, he's dead. Here they come. But he got his boots. He's running away. He's just spotted out at the last minute, so he still survives. He's like, not again. And now he's got his face boots, so ganking him is going to be a lot more difficult. They're going to have to plan that a lot more efficiently in the future.
Yep.
But yeah,
so now another kill from Sporto going to hill. For Sporto, sorry.
Yeah.
So now he's sitting at 2 for 0, and he's second on the last hits, but top of the net worth. So what do you think is going to go? Oh, he might actually get ganked here. I don't think they can actually kill him. They don't have the damage for it, and there's still living armor here. S-Power just waiting for an opportunity to use the split earth. I'm actually supposed to playing this very, 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 very carefully, not overextending or nothing.
Yeah, he's very aggressive, but his constant switching around. Ooh,
oh, actually going on points right now. We're gonna have a lot of damage. Rayfire Blast actually keeping points like and living armor onto himself. So now they're gonna try go on spot. The split earth actually lands on him, and we have a lightning as well. Are they gonna actually be able to bring him down? Still quite tanky. Doesn't have mana for his ultimate. Oh, he just uses one. He has the mana now, and now they're actually gonna fight back against RC. He dies, but they're gonna swap RC. RC is just gonna die. So a free kill essentially.
Ooh.
Very nice, very nice.
Sporto is playing a calculation game right now.
Yeah, he calculated that to a T, and it looks like he's actually going to be buying a Blink Dagger soon as his first major item.
Okay, so they want to get up in Newbie's face very quickly.
Yeah, which I think is the correct. They know that it's the correct also of action. They're like, okay, we can't keep going in this fashion. And Dash actually, he's losing the lane obviously, but things are better for him. It's not as bad as you think.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only died once. Assassinate bringing away Chili. He's not gonna be able to bring him down. He actually not enough damage. And Fades actually picks up the head of Midas on that Marana.
That's an interesting
Radiant's
choice.
top tower is under attack.
Why do you think he chose to do that? Because I'm not entirely sure that Cykas is gonna give them the space required to consistently farm the entire game.
Yeah, I also don't think Cykas won't. I don't think they will want to actually give them the space, but it could be possible that they can create that space for themselves. I mean, they've
Radiant's bottom
They're smoked
tower
up
is
actually. They're
under
gonna
attack.
find we're gonna be a huge game coming out. Split out the bottom of the chain for doing way too much damage. Rabbit's coming out. But 225 and S-Power already did. Now RC, he's the one who's gonna be next to 4. Lee C going up, slowing him down a lot. Is he gonna be able to get in time? No, Wraithfire Blast off cooldown. They can use it in a second. Anchor Smash to try to keep points out, but he's dead. Oh, he actually tried to TP now. Wraithfire Blast gonna be enough. Killing spree for Sporto. So yeah, 3 for nothing. And Ravage was used.
Ravage was used. Man, that Chain Frost did so much work in that fight. Like,
yeah,
I think that Chain Frost, what was the same? Essentially took both the Lesh and the Shaman. Like,
yeah. 225 and Power were dead like almost instantly. So Sweet Feet Betty putting in that work. Hashtag calculated, man.
yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why they won the fight is because they lost their 2 supports before the Ravage came out, right?
Yeah.
So after the Ravage, it was like, well, 3 heroes are stunned, but we can't actually do anything. And then honestly tried to back himself off, but it didn't really work out for him.
Yeah, no, that they played that team fight very well.
Check out Dash, man. Actually doing fine against Viper.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm sorry I doubted you, man.
He's doing relatively well. I mean, Viper's still winning that lane, but he's doing relatively well considering he's going up against the Viper.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of help though. Living armor protecting him up at all times, making sure that he doesn't, just flop over and die. But hey, well done, sir. Very well done. And Feint, what does he put himself next? Okay, we have a TP going down and Moonlight Shadow's available, so we're probably going to see them use it in a second. Okay, Moonlight Shadow being popped off.
They have a sentry there.
Sentry ward, so they were spotted out. They know Arrow. Is it going to catch anyone? Okay, Arrow whiffs almost completely. So does the Anchor Smash. So Point's actually going to get himself out of this. Doesn't have Nature's guys, but doesn't really matter. Just walks away. So
yeah, and Tide doesn't have
a rotation and Moonlight Shadow. Okay, now they're gonna try to take the tower, but I don't think this is the good idea right now. Yeah, so wasted rotation from Feint.
Yep.
Okay, if you're Newbie right now, right, because they're a lineup that they need their levels, most of them, right, and they need a fair amount of farm to be as effective as they want.
Yeah.
So if the game is going like it's a lineup that needs to win their lanes, and if the game is going like this, where you're 6-1, you are not that they have more goal, they're the goal experience advantage, but they're losing out on levels. How do you make sure, or how do you make a comeback into and transition well into the mid game?
Well, for one, actually get these rotations to work, because I mean they have enough kill potential.
Blink forward from Soto, actually Rafa Plus going on to Feint. However, Ravage actually catching on 3. Sweet Sweet Baby nice to go. We have a beautiful split that actually catching on 2. It's not gonna be enough. But the chain frost bounce between ROC, beautiful one. And then now double kill right now for Sweet Sweet Baby. And now Feint, he's the one in trouble. We might have a couple of active assassinate going on him. Do you see? We're gonna bring him down. He's definitely dead. 3 dead again here in the bottom lane.
And that's what you
Sweet Sweet Betty. That chain frost.
That's not what you do if you want to get these lanes under control.
And now, but Roshan actually be dropped by Newbie. Rust awards and medallion of courage. So Chidowi now has the Aegis, but is it enough? Because he's just lost 3 here in the bottom lane.
See, the thing is, this kill score is a little deceptive in that it's not reflecting that much on the gold graph. But on the XP graph, like you mentioned, these guys
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Their levels, S powered is still sitting at 4. Okay, he just got his level 5, but S powered is still sitting at level
Radiant's
5.
middle tower is
Shaman,
under attack.
I think, okay, fine. At the very least, he has 7. But these guys need levels heavily.
Yeah, they need their levels very badly, and they need the fights to work.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing is that in that last fight, there was another 3-man ravage that amounted to nothing.
There was a 3-man ravage followed up by 2-man split.
Dyer's middle
so if
tower
you're getting
is under
that
attack.
and you only get 1 kill out of 3 peeps, then you've got a problem. In terms, considering they lost 3, they've got a big problem actually.
Game is hard, man. Game is hard.
But I hasted up.
Now, though, okay, Boeing has picked up a haste rune, so are they gonna try to put some tower damage, or is he going for a kill here? I think they just wanna put some harass. Feint's actually farming quite well, sitting at 84 lost hits, and the Hand of Matters obviously putting in their work. And looks like he actually wants to go for that very early Desolator build, unless he's going. Do you think it's a Desolator or a Maelstrom with that Metal Hammer?
It could be a Maelstrom. It could be.
Probably will be Maelstrom just to accelerate his farm even further. Arrow, is it gonna catch on dash?
I mean, nah. he went for the Midas build, so he could.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so nice open was we're probably gonna see the first tower of the game fall. Yeah, there's no way to defend this. Just accept it. Going the way of Cheeto in the house, so they get that. And they want to try to fight this. Sweet he throws out the chain frost. Ooh, very big mistake. He bounces to 2-5. Now they split each other are about to try and avoid it. But now Feint, he's quite alone. Moonlight Shadow being popped off. They don't have any detection on them, do they? No, they do not. So they're just gonna back off. Viper strike. So they're going on to Sporto. He has an ultimate though, so he can just turn on the fight. Now Cheeto he gets hit by the Ray Fire Blast. Split Earth hitting onto Sporto, try to keep it back. The lightning, making sure they can't escape it. Or just to slow him up to make sure he can't move forward. Now, actually, Sporter's gonna farm up these mass serpent wards, get himself some good gold. And he doesn't really care about dying because, you know, he's got his ulti.
Yep.
So no one dies, but they get the tier 1 tower, which is, I think, what Newbie need at this point in time.
Yeah, they need some momentum. The thing is, going into the late game, Cykas is actually quite scary.
Yeah, that's not a lineup you wanna play, man.
I mean, they've got a Weaver,
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
They've got a Wraith King who, once again, the big thing we mentioned going into the drafting phase is how do you kill
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah,
you have to
killing one is not a problem. Yeah. Oh, blink forward onto S-Power. They're gonna assassinate as well, gonna be able to bring him down. He's dead almost instantly. ROC TP's in, but he has his Ravage, but he can't really use it right now. No way to actually back off. And now they're actually going to answer with getting a tower for themselves. Oh, actually blink forward. ROC gets hit with another Wave 5 blast. Newb going back, trying to zone him out. He puts out a gush. We might actually see another assassinate. Is it no mana for it though? Ooh, that's a problem. And now on the top lane, actually, Newbie actually got themselves another tower. And they still have mass weapon nodes available in 3 seconds, so they can actually keep pushing and try to get more. But Newbie is coming in.
I think they sense that there's a gap
Radiant's top
underfoot.
tower is under attack.
They're like, this, too easy. But Cheeto, he's still around actually. Does Sporto know? Sporto doesn't see him, so
should
just gonna
know
let him go.
They should know that there's a ward there.
Yeah, see him under the wall, yeah, but he's way too far back. He's gonna, he reveals up the Invis rune. And yeah, we're right, it's Maelstrom for Faint being picked up. So Newbie, they're saying they have a two tower advantage in the game, right?
Yep.
But they're falling behind a lot. They have a gold lead, but the XP is just growing steadily away from them, which is weird considering that Faint actually has a hand of Midas. So you would think that he'd get more out of that. Now on the bottom, they might actually have a gank. We have Hex, we have Lightning. One more Lightning Split. It's going to catch on Beast Ryan, and they're going to try to bring him down. Chain Frost again from Suited. Do so much damage. S power is almost dead. One more right click should be able to bring him down. No, he actually backs off. Now 2 to 5. He's coming back into this. So
he
that's
should have gone
actually,
in considering they were TPing in. He had TP support.
could have been an easy kill. First Nova, yeah, but 2 to 5 is gonna die though. I'm not even gonna bother with the assassinate. Yeah, Dash just right clicks him. So he's on a killing spree. Where is he on the net worth? He just actually overtook the Wraith King in terms of net worth, so he's getting a lot done, actually. Putting in that work, man.
I think the bigger thing, I guess, for the sniper is that now that we've transitioned from
Dire's
the
bottom
laning,
tower
transitioned
is
from
under
the laning
attack.
phase, he will never be in the thick of
Dire's
things because
structures
there
are
will always
fortified.
you'll always have
Ooh, Arrow actually catching on to Beast right on the top lane, and now they almost immediately melt him down.
Radiant's top
Like
tower
wow, he
is
died
under
quickly.
attack.
Like wow, that was fast. And now they could actually get a try push onto the tier 2 tower
Dire's
for this.
bottom tower is under
Now
attack.
they're gonna try to defend bottom because S17 they get the tower themselves, so they can
Dire's
actually come
bottom
back and try to
tower
defend
has
the
fallen.
bottom lane.
Radiant's
ROC
top
is here though,
tower
and he
is
has
under
Ravid
attack.
at the ready. So they can't, yeah, I don't think they can actually push back onto this. Newbie's gonna have to, or S17 is gonna have to sack this tower and let it go.
it's a slow siege though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's a slow siege, but it's effective. Oh,
Radiant's top
mass
tower
TP is
is
here.
under attack.
Now they're gonna have to back off almost immediately. Moonlight Shadow is not ready yet, so they can't use that to back off. We have a RC gets hit with the assassinate, blink forward, least seed. He's gonna take a couple of right clicks. He's not dead yet though. He's still fighting us. The main target should be Chidowi for this, but he's just away. Ravage actually going out, but then Dash actually gets the last hit. So wasted Ravage, completely whiffed. I think they're just trying to make sure that Chidowi survives.
I think he was gonna survive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Well, they get a tower in return on the bottom lane, so
Radiant's bottom tower has
I
fallen.
guess it's
Space
even. It's fine.
created, I guess.
Hashtag space created. Yeah. New meta. Use Ravage to get tower.
Well, that's one way to go about things.
So now they actually want to push more onto the. What's really scary is the amount of damage. Although there's a slow siege, they put a
Radiant's
lot of
bottom
damage onto the
tower
tier 2
is
top.
under attack.
It's almost dead, and now they're committing mass weapon to the tier 1 bottom. So yep, they're gonna get this tower, and at any given point in the game, they can move top and get the tier 2 tower there as well. So
Okay, this is the nice
Radiant's
thing about
bottom tower
Newbie's
has
lineup
fallen.
is that their
Dire's
access to
top
push
tower
is
is
actually
under
quite
attack.
good. So although they're losing in terms of team fights and being picked off, the one thing that they can do
Dire's
is take
top
towers
tower
fast.
has fallen.
yeah, they can take towers very fast. And now they're actually going. Are they going in more? Okay, Assassinate gonna be going on to Faint. Who's gonna dodge it? Like a boss. There it is. Dodge that like a boss. I was actually gonna flame him if he didn't dodge it, but he dodged it well, so it's cool. It's fine.
Oh, you should have flamed
It's
him
all good.
earlier when it killed him.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous, but I let it go. It's fine. It can happen once. Fool me once and all that, you know. It's cool.
Okay, here's the nice thing about having the sniper, I guess, in this lineup. Now that we've gone past the laning phase, there's 3 heroes essentially running interference in the Treant Protector, the Wraith King, and the Weaver,
Yeah.
who are literally taking all the attention away from the sniper. So in that sense, I guess the sniper pickup makes sense in the grand scheme of the game.
Yeah, I think it was his frontline heroes, especially the Wraith King, right? They're gonna be run just mostly smoke and mirrors, just trying to say, okay, do not kill the sniper, forget he exists, and then fight us instead. Like, you know, big kick me sign on the back of him.
And he's
However-
almost got a Desolator.
Yeah, he's gonna have it in like one creep. So he's got a Desolator, he's got his Yasha. So he's having good item progression. Weaver's still trying to, doesn't look like he's actually, doesn't have any items really to speak of yet. Got a medallion of courage. Looks like he's actually going drums instead of
I'm
Lincoln's
surprised
field.
the Weaver is the one who went for the medallion. You usually see that pick up more on support or cause like the Wraith King or the Alchemist, if ever an Alchemist is in game going mid.
Yeah, no, that's normally. I thought the Lich would actually be the one to get the medallion.
It's pretty common.
Radiant's
to see
top
Lich
tower is under attack.
His medallion looks like we've got a smoke.
Yeah, 5-man smoke. BKB being picked up by Sporto. So you can kill him once, fine, but can you kill him when he comes back and he's magic immune? That's going to be the question. And right now they know that RC is farming the ancient. Okay, they're actually moving to check into Rosh pit. Roshan's not back yet. Do they have vision? We're going to see a blink forward by Sporto. He sees ROC. That's going to be the big target. Ooh, S-Power melts almost immediately. Ravage going on, catching on 5, but it's just a defensive Ravage. And now ROC is running himself away. They don't have any detection here, and they could actually go back and farm these ancients. That's going to be a crippling blow if they take away that economy, but no, they're just going to back themselves off. And Boinks, he's healing up the tower slowly but surely. So
I guess the upside for that is that ROC got out of there.
yeah, I guess actually that's kind of Newb going to be fine with that because they're like, okay, fine, they killed S again, but you rotated 5 heroes under smoke and all you got as a support. That's not, and you left the ancients. So look, yeah, ROC just went back, gonna farm those up. So I guess it's okay. You're not really upset at how that went. Please don't die, dude. Please don't die. Please don't die. Sitting on 50 HP. Come on. Please don't die. Please. Dude. Okay, thank you. He blinks out. Actually, but we're actually engaged with 2 to 5. Catching Sporto. But then we have a thing. Living armor, Leech Seed as well, and the full roots going on. Sporto actually gets hit by the splitters. So they bring him down once. He's gonna come back now. Assassinate going on to 2 to 5. But we're gonna be able to Mech from Cheeto hitting him up. And now we have Viper Strike going on to Sporto. They actually managed to bring him down. He's dead. But a couple of right clicks onto 2 to 5 should be able to kill him. He's on one last hit to kill him. Beast Stride, he jumps forward, he gets the kill. And then now Cheeto, he's the one fighting up again. He might be the next one to fall. Boinks chasing him down, doing what he can. Viper Strike going on to him. He has the egg in him, so it's only a 12-second cooldown, but he dies in any event. So the 2-for-1 trade in the mid lane. But at all this time, Faint doing some damage. Oh, Wraith King brought back.
Wraith King, yeah, Faint forced the buyback from the Wraith King. So that team,
is he gonna die for this though? I don't think that Sporto has enough damage right now to kill him. Leap cooling down in 4 seconds, so Fink just has to survive until then. One more Wraith Fire Blast, blink forward from Sporto. With a couple of right clicks, is it gonna be enough? He leaps over, but now he doesn't have it to escape the assassinate, so he dies. Very weird.
Had he gotten out there safely, it would have been worth it, because that would have been, it was an unfavorable teamfight exchange. But having forced out the buyback would have been worth it. But now he also fell for his troubles.
One thing that was interesting to note about that fight is that Sporto died, right? But he didn't use his BKB. Yeah. And it's still sitting at, still a full 10-second BKB. So the next time that if they find out more favorable terms, he doesn't get caught out by himself. It's going to be a lot more difficult for Newb to kill him. And 4 stuff being picked out right now for ROC, and now they're going to want to move into the Roshan pit.
Rosh is up.
S17, they don't have any wards around this area, but Newbie doesn't know that.
They don't have,
this actually
they don't
gonna
have
be
decent ward coverage in general.
Yeah, wait, oh, what? They don't actually have any wards out on the map. Only have one ward on the map.
They only have one map. Yeah. They only
so yeah, Roshan's gonna fall pretty quickly. Yep, that's gonna be a dead Roshan. Master Open Wards, Medallion of Courage.
Okay,
so there's no juggle damage.
They know the jig is up. They've smoked. They're going into the Rosh pit as well.
They're coming in. We have the root. Blink forward by Sporto. He puts our son onto S power, and then now BKB being blocked off, so they cannot hit him. Aegis Motor picked up by the Viper. Ravage goes out, catches on 3, but too much right click damage coming out from Dash. He's so big, so quickly, and now they're doing what they can to try to fight him. Already they bring down 2-2 Betty. Fate does what he can. Assassinate going forward. Dash gets another kill. Beast Drive doing what he can. Chidori doing some right click damage, dies to Dash. So Aegis Motor is already popped. Arrow from Fate gonna try to catch on Sporto to try and ensure that Chidori will escape. So actually they managed to bring down Sporto. He's just gonna come back, and he's dead now. Even dead for longer. So Beast Drive, he has to go all the way back. Uses the ultimate. Dash bringing down. Oh, actually, sorry. Cheeto Week was brought down by Beast Giant. Now Faint, he's the last man standing here in the front line. S-Power, he comes back to try to help things out. Then now Assassinate's gonna cool down. No mana for it though. It's off cooldown, but there's no way to use it. And one more right click would have been enough to kill Faint. So a chaotic fight. It went It was
Dire's top
4
tower
for
is
2
under
or 3 for
attack.
2. Yeah.
3 for 2.
No, 4. Yeah. No, 3. Yeah, it's didn't die. So 3 for 2. But Newbie are the ones who got the Aegis to the immortal. So
Yeah, they got the.
it's even in that sense.
Dire's top tower
But
is
the
under
thing
attack.
is, they lost the Aegis anyway.
Yeah, I mean like but they killed Roshan, so they got that
Yeah,
added gold.
Yeah, they definitely
So-
got the added gold. I mean,
It's
here's-
kind of okay for them.
Here's what's strange. The gold graph is still going. It's still on a straight line going in their favor. They're sitting with a 5k gold lead, and okay, the 3k in favor of Cykas on the XP graph. But it's surprising that their economy is a little bit better than Cykas, considering how the team fights have been progressing.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. But what's really becoming problematic, we're seeing how much damage is coming out from Dash actually. Right now, he already has a Crystallis. He's gonna have a default Daedalus not too long from now. And like you said earlier, Red King and
Interference.
Beast Giant, they're running interference, so you can't really go on him. But you can't ignore the sheer amount of damage he's putting out. Almost 250 damage right now before reduction. They have to find a way to deal with this guy. They have to find a way to deal with him soon.
And soon he's going to be getting his Lincoln Sphere.
Might even see him actually build.
Yeah, Beast Ryan is going to be getting his Lincoln Sphere. So once again, the interference ability it's just gonna skyrocket.
We might actually need to see them pick up a BKB onto Fate or
Radiant's
Chidory
top
because
tower
they have
is
to
under attack.
find a way to jump quickly onto Dash and kill him.
Yeah.
Right now, Chidory forming it up. He's got a mech. He's got his Aghanim
225
Scepter.
So
Oh, he's definitely dead, man. Hit by a Wraithfire Blast. He commits a mass weapon words for I don't know why, but actually doing a lot of damage. Sporto, actually has to back up. He doesn't really care. He has his mech being popped off, and he still has Reincarnation. So I don't think that draw is even necessary. ROC has Ravage at the ready. They're not gonna commit for this, no. So mass weapon was being committed for. I don't know why. I'm not sure why they chose to do that.
they shouldn't have committed those wards because he was okay. They committed the wards, and then they had to, and then for some reason they committed the Moonlight Shadow, considering
Yeah.
they only have S powered and ROC on the Tidehunter and the Shrek. So it's questionable that the idea that they would actually get kills in return is questionable with those two heroes.
Viper Strike going on to Sporto. Chidory just gonna tip himself out. Wraithfire Blast cooling down in 1 second, and he actually forced out a BKB. Was now down to 8 seconds. And he just, he doesn't really care. His ulti 12-second cooldown, mech 30-second cooldown. So he's alright. He's like, it's cool. It's all good. I can live with this. Oh, but actually now, Sporto, he blinks forward. Onto Fates. Blade dodges stun. Just blinks himself out. Just gonna back off. Back off and keep farming.
Yep.
Okay, he's got actually Fates actually went the Lincoln Sphere build, so he's got his Lincolns, he's got a Maelstrom as well. We're probably gonna see him pick up the full Mjolnir, and might even see him. I think he still needs a damage dealing item soon.
Yeah, he needs some damage.
Needs a Daedalus, needs a Decimator, something that's just gonna supplement his right click potential. Because right now they really need to kill Dash fast. So, and they need that damage too. They don't have any burst damage really.
Yeah.
So they need to do something about this guy. And yep, he's got 3.5k gold. He can almost buy a full Daedalus, like just straight up.
That's
Cash
quite
money,
scary.
man. Cash money.
That is actually quite scary.
Dash should become a rapper.
Shadow.
Got that
He's
guap.
got that cash money. We got Moonlight Shadow being propped.
Oh, actually, it looks like he's building a BKB. So I don't think he needs a BKB. He hasn't been taking any damage in the fights thus far.
Okay.
But I think it's to try to avoid ravages and whatnot. 'Cause I think by now they expect that, okay, Newbie probably know that Dash is the one that we have to kill.
yeah. Okay. From the way these guys are trying to force these engagements coming up from Newbie, I think it's. I don't think it would be too harsh to say they're kind of running around like headless chickens, because they've tried these ganks. They've tried to get ganks off, and it never really yields result.
Yeah. So I think they realized that they can't really
Radiant's top tower
gank
is
as they
under
thought they were able to.
Yeah.
Because okay, S17, they're like, you know what, screw you guys. If you don't want to fight, fine, we'll just push down your tower. So they're gonna attack the tower, try to bring that down.
Structures are fortified.
And Newb actually split pushing. They want to try to get the tier 1, the tier 2 tower bottom and push out the lane on the or tier 2 top, and push out the bottom lane to try to get some racks. But
tower is under attack.
S17, I'm not sure.
Crap,
Fallen.
it looks like they're committing to this push.
So they, I'm not.
Tower is under attack.
S17, I don't think are doing the best right now. Obviously, he's ready at the back. He's got a Ravages on the ready, so he's probably gonna jump in when they bring down the tier 3 tower to try to stop them. But they've already lost the lane of Rax, and they're gonna lose 2 now because Feint is putting in work at the top. So it's a full-fledged base race, and then now Ravage catches on 4. He's just doing this to try to delay things. He's gonna die almost instantly for his troubles, but he doesn't really care. He did what he needed to do. Smoke and mirrors, man.
So much smoke and mirrors, and it's continuing.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
He's just there pushing around. Oh, S17 has to do something really quick. The arrow to fly. I don't know wherever. Small to actually jump in.
My goodness!
He's already died the first time. Reincarnation ready. He's doing BKB. Got it ready to be popped. Moonlight Shadow going out, but they have a gem, so they don't care. They can see right through it. But they lost a full lane of racks. They lost a tier 3 tower. And now look how deeply their creeper is running inside S17's jungle. I mean, I guess it's better to lose a bottom lane of racks rather than losing a mid lane of racks. But the fact remains, if they choose to push again, Newbie can and will get a second lane of racks very quickly and without much preamble.
Yeah, pretty much. I think on that's actually quite true, because if you look at how the tower equilibrium is right now, Newbie has 2 of their tier 2s up, and fine, they're down a lane of racks as well, but it's mid racks. But now Cykas has to commit a little bit more into the push as opposed to what Newbie has to commit to. So that was actually a very good play coming out from Newbie.
Newbie played that very well. I think they recognize, okay, we can't really fight yet, but the goal that they got from those pushes, they got 2 tier 1, 2 tier 2, 3 T towers, a tier 2, and a lane of racks. Now Chidowee's got his heart, so he's getting very difficult to actually bring down. And Feint's actually getting relatively big on the.
Wait, someone got a Mantis.
Yeah, Mantis Star on the corner.
Oh my
Mantis Star coming for Feint right now.
That actually signals that they're not really interested in the team fights anymore. For me,
like, you know what, let's go to split push.
Yeah, we'll split push, and they have a pretty strong split push. I mean, with the Mirana getting the Mantis style, we've got a Leshrac, we've got a Shadow Shaman. The push is strong and it's real.
Yeah, man.
So there we have it, boys and girls. Newbie's teaching us that you don't always have to fight.
No, fights for who?
They're actually playing a split pushing game that's reminiscent of what Fnatic usually does. The originators of the Rat game.
Of Rat Dodo. The one problem actually that S17 will have with split push is that the way they've itemized, right? They've itemized for fights.
Yeah, they've itemized completely for fights.
You don't build a BKB on your sniper to push, right? You need to be fighting. You need to actually make use of that economy. Now, if they're not fighting these fights, right, it's a lot of gold being wasted. I'm actually going to go for it. Chidowe is going to be the target now. A lot of damage. He's actually taking it up. Ravage going on. Catches on 4. And now Sporto, he's almost dead, almost immediately. Chain Frost going on, doing a lot of damage. And now Sporto's already dead. And then now Boix has to pocket ultimate just to try and survive this. S-Power taking a lot of damage from Dash. Dash actually eats a full Viper Strike. And then now we have Gush going out from RSG. He's doing a lot of damage, but Dash right now, he's almost dead. We're actually going to get a kill. Chido triple kill at a buyback right now, being forced out. Because Feint is here on the bottom lane.
That was a 4 for 2. That was a 4 for 2.
Yeah. 4 for 2. The one good thing is that because Boeing survived it, they didn't lose their gem. Wait, where is their gem actually? Who has the gem? Oh, they lost the gem actually. ROC got the gem. And now they're gonna get a tier 2 tower mid. And Feint is posting around. He's just forcing them to fight around there. Buyback coming out from the sniper. So Dash has to come mid soon to try and defend this, but it's not gonna be enough. Feint's doing a lot of damage onto Boinks actually. Boinks dead. Boinks already dead now, so there's one less hero that can actually assist him. And he brought back previously, gonna be dead for a really long time.
Newbie's really playing this to us. They've got this down to a science right now. And the thing is, now the team fights, when you look at the team fights now, they're actually winning the team fights.
Yeah, they're actually capable of winning team fights now. they've got damage, and now they can actually, because Wakes is dead, they can move into the Roshan pit, and without your Treant Protector, you can't contest this. So they're gonna lose the Roshan and they're gonna lose the Aegis, and by the time that happens, Newbie's cooldowns will most of them be down already. 11 seconds till Mass Up Nodes already, 50 seconds until Ravage. So you get the Aegis, farm a little bit, then you have Ravage, and then you can just go in and essentially end the game.
Wow, it's Cykas have some climbing to do, man. They've got a cliff to climb right now. Ooh, we've got a smoke
Aegis and Cheese. So they
really want to
like,
fight
okay,
into this.
No,
I mean,
they can't at all.
Ravage is down, but do they want to fight into this?
Chidowi at this point pretty much cannot die. He's got his heart still. He's ready. He's gonna turn around and fight. I mean, how are they killing this guy? BKB being forced off, and look how long it's taking him to kill him. And now support is ready. They brought him down. Aegis being popped off. ROC Ravage is ready in 4 seconds. Viper Strike going on to Beast Try and doing a lot of damage. Now they just immediately knocks him down. He's broken down. ROC pop blinks in. Here's the Ravage. Now Spoto, he has to try to do something first round. Mech being popped up. They're trying sweet ready. And then now Dash on the back line. Spoto, he hit that with Magellan Courage. He's gonna reincarnate. But then now Dash Jetty brings himself out. He knows this is a last fight. Another Viper Strike going on to Spoto. Double kill for Feint. And now they're gonna push it. This is another lane of Rex.
Yep.
No buybacks right now on the side of S17.
They're gonna lose another lane of Rex probably.
But dude, we actually might just wanna go and try end this game, move in straight for the tier 4 towers. Arrow is gonna land. No, Branks dodges it. But right now, a lot of damage being taken. That long range Viper Tank Feint gets another kill. Yep, they're just waiting for the tier 4s. Oh, okay, no, they're gonna try get Rax, and they can. This could even be mega creeps, eh? Feint he's already moving himself to the top lane to try to do some damage there. 225 gets hit with an assassinate from Dash, but it's not enough. Cliff being popped just to try to delete things, but Wraith King is still dead for another 15 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And yep, that's a guaranteed 1 lane of Rax, possibly even 2. Now they're jumping onto Dash. Dash being popped up. They force him to trigger off his BKB. He has to run himself back. And they're gonna lose a mega melee Rax in the top lane. Yeah, Feint gets that here kill. And Chidowi, he's here. Talk about them. Okay, now he's definitely gonna die. Wait, he has Cheese ready to pop. Pops off the Cheese. Still running, wasting a lot of their time. And Feint and RSU, they're just interested in trying to bring down, get full in of mega creeps. They're wasting so much time trying to kill Chidowi. And all of them, mega creeps being popped off. Feint, he just jumps himself back, and they don't. You kill Chidowi, but does it really matter if you now have to fight up against mega creeps?
Wow. Newbies played this game to us. Like they played it exactly how they needed to play it, considering how the game was going.
Yeah, I think they played this game pretty much perfectly.
Yeah, they
realized early on that, okay, we might not be able to fight, but we can do this, and this we'll keep doing. Yeah. And now.
And they did it enough. They did it enough to get themselves to a point where they can actually take team fights handedly now. Yeah.
You know what you have to think about as well, right?
Yeah.
When you're 27 to 17, you're 10 kills up, right? However, you're 20,000 gold deficit, almost 7,000 experience in deficit. And you have to fight up against mega creeps.
Goodness. How do you
What do you do?
What do you do? I don't think to this day I think the stat still stands at 0 in terms of teams that have gotten back from mega creeps.
Yeah, 0%. Like it's almost impossible to actually win a pro game against mega creeps. What do you do? I think right now the only option that they have, right, there's only one thing they can do. Delay the game a bit, alright, for as long as possible. Dash, must buy Divine Rapier. You go mid, and you let fate decide what happens next.
It's see now Shadow Shaman's got a refresher right now on top of his Ags. It's looking pretty dicey. Actually, it's
the only way S17 comes back from this, I think, is Rapier. That's all. The only way I can see them coming back from this. There's no other way.
Yeah, for the most part, this is Newbie's game to take. Like they literally have this game by the balls, man.
Another thing, one of the reasons actually, for people who don't know, one of the reasons it's so difficult to actually come back from mega creeps is because it halves your gold, right?
Yeah.
It almost immediately halves your economy output. Yeah. So you can't actually farm to actually try to get back into the game. So the game is hard because you're playing up against mega creeps, and because it's mega creeps, the game gets harder. So
Yeah.
it's one of those catch-22 situations where I can't farm, but I can't not farm because the creeps are pushing into the base and destroying our towers. ROC has a Heaven's Helmet, so I'm going to be using that up to against the Wraith King. What's Chidowi building now? Let's see. Dog.
Chidowi
Got
doesn't
6.3k
even
gold. Come on.
Chidowi doesn't
Come on,
even care
please.
right now.
He's like, meh.
Like,
Please buy rapier. Please buy rapier. Please.
I swear you have a rapier fetish, man. Just
That's such a good item, man. Best item in the game.
what?
Yeah,
Listen. Rapier, we all love seeing a rapier, but there's never really
Yeah.
unless you've completely lost the game. There's no reason to be getting a rapier.
Yes, okay. If you're S17, why don't you get a rapier? That's the only thing you can do, man.
No. S17 I have lost this
Hey, my homie. New boy.
Sigh.
Rapier. My nigga.
Well,
Thanks, buddy.
There we have it. Rapier.
Alright. Divine Rapier. On the Viper. Game is easy now, man.
Well, game was never really difficult considering how they've been playing it.
Hey, man. Alright, so now, with that Rapier, they're probably gonna barrel down mid. So, yeah, Chidowi, okay, you don't buy Rapier to fight, man. You buy to fight. Come. Let's go. Come. Okay, he's moving into the mid lane. Moonlight Shadow is ready, and so is Ravage. So, there's a Sentry Ward here. So, they have vision. And I think actually Ruby must know that S17 has vision in that area. So, yeah, they're just gonna run in.
They're just gonna run in.
Oh, but actually, they can just destroy the wards right now. So now they don't know. They actually have to back. Look how far back they have to get. We have 2 sets of mass open walls.
Radiant structures
Yeah,
are
Cliff being
fortified.
popped off. They're doing what they can. Roots going on, only catching on to Feint. But here comes Chidowi. 3-man Ravage coming out from ROC. They're gonna bring down Team Terry. Chidowi, here he comes. That divine rapier damage, putting in the work. Sport to actually take a lot more damage just from the mass serpent wards. And then our Beast Rider, he might be the next one to fall off here. We have Shackles going out onto Sport, so he's just taking too much damage. He's just gonna die. ROC fighting up against Beast Rider almost in the Roshan, in the pit, in the enemy fountain, taking a lot of damage. Now Dash, he actually getting brought down inside the fountain here. GG, well played call, because the mass serpent was getting the kill on the ancient.
Well played from Newbie.
Very well played. Very well played from Newbie right now. So they lost the early game, right?
Yeah.
But they make it work. They avoid fighting for, I don't know, what felt like 2 games.
Hey man.
And when they start fighting, they win.
Thing is, for the most part, Cykas was essentially calling the shots of the game, but Newbie recognized the fact that their lineup actually has so many avenues of winning, as opposed to just taking team fights with your Tidehunter, your Mirana. They had tons of push coming out from the Shadow Shaman, the Leshrac, and eventually the Mirana once she got her Manta, once she got her Manta online. And then essentially they split push so much, they got to a point where they had enough of a gold advantage to be up ahead by the item progression, to be up ahead, to even catch up in terms of the lead deficit they had. And then eventually it's just too much. The team fights, they won them, and then what does Cykas do? Nothing at all.
Yeah, like it's very difficult to do anything against that. You're like, well, we came into this game to fight, and if we can't fight, like, what does our lineup really offer us?
Exactly.
They had 1 Desolator, so that's okay push, but not really a pushing lineup. They don't have anything. They don't have any Diabolic Gate like Newbie had. No Diabolic Gate, no Mass Up Nodes. So when it gets to that point, the game is really difficult.
Yeah,
because if you're not fighting, your lineup is essentially failing, and then you lose the game like that. So Newbie getting another win for themselves, getting themselves ever closer to getting into the first division.
Yeah, man. No, well played from Newbie.
Very well played by them. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm Snare from EA Gaming, joined by Saint D, and we'll see you guys later today for more games.